Hello, everyone. Welcome to the second to last Towerlight Sports podcast of the semester.
Second to last ever for me.
Jeez. Oh, man.
Oh.
We already did a goodbye video. We can keep going.
We're joined by people with different titles today.
Yes. Once again, I am sick for a different reason this time, so at least my voice is back, but I will be coughing periodically throughout the podcast, so you have that to look forward to. I'm joined by the now sports editor, Matthew Hamilton, and senior writer, Jesse Jones.
I got demoted. Just kidding. Kind of. Not really. Not like I got demoted.
It depends how you look at it.
Well, we are going to demote this whole podcast. Hey!
Yeah, there you go. Bringing it back.
Let's make fun of me being illiterate.
Basically, we just have elections at a certain time, and seniors get to carry on with their schoolwork before we graduate, so
that you actually graduate.
yes.
I keep refreshing my Twitter feed here because the Downland Sterling press conference is going on, so... we've already made a pact not to talk about it on the podcast because it's a...
But we already broke the pact.
It would be simply overkill, but I'm just letting you know that that's why I keep checking Twitter. Today we're just going to do more NBA playoffs. Really, that's like the big thing going on in the sports world right now, especially for us.
Unless you're
following
Andrew
the
Constant
Wizards.
and want to tweet about every single hockey game ever, but I don't want to follow you.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah, shots fired.
Sassy.
Well, I think the NBA playoffs right now are just more... I mean, I didn't follow the NHL at all this year, mainly because the Caps were so bad.
They were
So
awful.
I just don't have an interest in the NHL playoffs this year, and I've been watching like every single NBA playoff game, so I'm really excited about this first round so far. We've got a lot of good series going on besides the Wizards series, which is probably going to be over tonight, and the Heat series, which finished last night.
Yeah.
So I guess we'll start out by talking about the Wizards. You guys think they're going to be able to finish off tonight, or do you think the series is going to go back to Washington?
I don't know. They haven't lost in Chicago this season. I don't know. My heart says they're going to win, but my mind says they're going to close it out in D.C., which would be kind of cool. Maybe I'll head down to D.C. for that. I don't know. I guess
What,
that'd be
another
like Thursday.
$200 ticket?
No, I'll just go out.
Jeez.
I'll just go out in D.C.
Oh, okay.
Would that be Thursday night or something? Yeah. Also, you don't have to tell people the price of the ticket.
I'm
that
sorry.
I paid.
I'm sorry. I apologize.
I mean, I can definitely see them closing it out tonight. Lord Nene is back, but I wouldn't be
Lord
surprised
Nene.
if it went to Game 6 just because I can't see Chicago losing 3 home playoff games.
I think they'll close it out tonight. I just feel like the Bulls are just deflated at this point. Like,
Yeah.
they just don't have... Their offense has no confidence, and they've been starting... I mean, even though Taj Gibson has been finishing games, they've been starting Carlos Boozer, who just can't score.
Well,
He
that's
just
true.
can't.
Yeah, well, when I was there, he dropped like 12 in the first half.
Well, exactly. Like, that he was probably their highest scorer that half. They don't have
No,
anybody...
they had
Mike
Mike
Dunleavy.
Oh, yeah, I forgot that you were at the Mike Dunleavy
I was
game.
at the Mike Dunleavy game. Oh, Jesus.
I think the Bulls are going to win this one. And I just think that, like, unlike the Pacers at this point, I think the Bulls, they're down, but they're not out. Because they're a tough team. They're just tough-minded. And Tom Thibodeau, I feel like, could pump them up to at least win a game. I don't think they're going to win the series. I think that's gone. But I think they could win one at home. I think they could get pumped up enough to at least play. I mean, they beat us in Washington, so they can beat us. And I think they'll get enough out of the fans to be able to do it.
Well, basically, I think what needs to happen for them to win another game in this series is they need to find one person who can score on one night.
Mm-hmm.
So whether it's Dunleavy, DJ Augustine, maybe even Taj Gibson, if he goes for like a 2010 night or something like that, they just need someone who's going to be able to score big points on one night because they really don't have a consistent scorer.
No, and Noah, I think, is the guy that they're going to need to turn to. I mean, he had a streak a couple weeks ago where he had I think he had 2 straight triple doubles, and then he was going off getting a bunch of rebounds and assists.
I mean, not taking anything away from him, but they didn't really play good teams the last, 2 weeks of the season.
Yeah, they didn't have the best of competition when he was doing it. But if he can kind of step up and be that guy to dish it out, to score, to get rebounds, I think they could get by. And if they can get any scoring from anyone, like they had Dunleavy when they won their game, if they can get scoring like that from like a role player, maybe Augustine or Jimmy Butler. I don't know about Jimmy Butler, but he could, I guess. But if they can get that, I think they could win at least a game.
The thing with Joakim, he's so undersized going against Gortat and Nene. And so he's not going to be putting up the points. I mean, he did have a double-double last game, 10-15, but he's not going to he's just too undersized, like physically.
I mean, basically their offense right now, though, is somebody putting up a shot and missing, and then having Noah or Gibson get an offensive rebound and a tip-in.
Yeah.
I just don't know how they can...
So let's get some rebounds tonight, March and Gortat.
Yeah. Oh,
Let's do that.
Gortat has just been he's been disappointing me this series. He's been really good on defense, and he's been really
Yeah.
good setting screens, especially. We only got to, because of elections, we only got to watch the first half of.
You only got to.
Well, okay, the first half of Game 4. Then, but Gortat has done a really good job so far this series setting screens, but his shot is just off.
Yeah, his shot
Yeah.
has been off, but I mean, he has been getting hacked on some plays, just not getting the calls. But
Challenging the refs here.
I think the NBA refs all throughout the NBA just have been terrible in playoffs.
That's a fine.
That's a different story.
It's an Adam
Yeah,
Silver
find
fine.
me Adam Silver.
Slap a fine on him.
You can suspend me for that. You probably won't suspend DeJuan Blair for kicking someone in the head last night, but suspend Nene for absolutely nothing.
Whoa.
I
He's
think
got a bone to pick over there.
I think Nene's going to come back too. He's going to be like really. I think he's just gonna play in pissed off mode. I think that he's just going to go
we
for
say
like.
that?
I think so. It's fine. It's fine. It's not that bad.
I can say
sorry,
it. If I can say it, it can be said on camera. How
Sorry,
about that?
FCC.
Yeah. So I think they're going to win tonight. But if they don't, I still have faith that the Wizards are going to close out the series.
Oh, yeah, they're going to get the series. But.
Yeah. So Matt, you kind of already touched on it. And the other thing I wanted to talk about is you said that you think that the Pacers are done in their series.
At this point, yes, I think they are. I don't. Maybe they could win. Well, actually, Game 6 is in Atlanta, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, then yeah, they're done.
Not that Atlanta has the craziest crowd. I mean, sorry.
Yeah.
This
This isn't the 80s anymore, sorry.
they're not anywhere close to a team that looks like they could win a series. They don't.
I mean,
they don't know.
their fans were cheering really loud when they were cut the deficit to 15 last night. I was like,
Yeah, like
you guys celebrating this
and
much, your team is still down 15
Yeah.
to a number 8 seed.
And this is the 1 seed.
This
in the
team had
East.
a losing record.
Yeah, like we were talking about 3 weeks ago. I was like, they shouldn't even be in the playoffs, and then here they are beating the Pacers.
Sheldon Mack, former Wizard, terrible
Sheldon
backup
Mack.
point guard, is killing it. He has really small ears, by the way.
Yeah, you
Those things
Snapchatted
were
that.
just like this big.
Sheldon Mack from Butler. Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
In the days where I'm not going to go on it, but that shot, Gordon Hayward in that final, if he would have hit that half-court shot, it would have been the best sports moment of all time. But
I don't know about that, but I was in a house full of Duke fans. I was the only non-Duke fan in this house watching that game, and
That
I
must have been terrible.
got harassed.
Yeah. I don't know why you chose to do that.
Because I had a lot of confidence in Butler, and I was talking a lot of smack. And
That doesn't sound like
backfired.
you.
Yeah, not at all.
Because the reason why I asked that, Matt, is I don't think the Pacers are done. I feel like the Hawks, I don't know. It's the Hawks, I guess.
I mean,
It's
the
like-
Hawks did almost blow it last night.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's the main reason why I'm kind of hesitant to say that the Hawks are going to close out this series, just because they're missing their best player,
Yeah.
and they really have they're a sub 500 team. I don't know. Maybe it's just weird for me to think that the Pacers are actually this bad now, and I kind of just don't want to I don't know. Roy Hibbert.
Roy Hibbert. Let me
0
tell you.
and
Let me
0.
tell you about Roy Hibbert. Roy Hibbert had his stat line was 0s and 1 assist in 12 minutes. You know what DeJuan Blair did last night? He had 10 and 10 in 10 minutes.
Wow.
Yeah. So Roy Hibbert,
Jeez.
you need to I don't know, you need to do something, man.
Yeah.
you need to go get
He
a new
didn't give
trainer.
back that contract.
He just forgot how to play basketball going into the playoffs. He just he can't make layups.
I
Maybe
mean, I never thought he
rebounds.
was playing that well until last year in the playoffs. And then the first half of this year, I was like, oh, maybe he finally came around. Because I didn't think he was that good. He's just a tall body. And I watched him a lot at Georgetown, whatever. And then, yeah.
I think maybe I'm just kind of maybe I'm not ready to admit it. I don't know. I'm not a Pacers fan. I don't have any rooting interest. But it's just weird to say that a team that was so good that in the offseason everyone was, the main conversation was what do they have to be able to take down the Heat. And it's just weird for me to be able to think that they're just going to get knocked out. It's not even
I feel like that's the only team they actually want to get up for. They're like, oh, we don't have to play you other guys. We
Yeah.
just want to play the Heat.
and it's not even the situation where the Spurs were the last 1 seed to lose to an 8 when they lost to the Mavericks, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
In that series, I just felt like the Mavericks were a good team. And I just don't feel like I feel like the Hawks are a gimmicky team. They shoot a lot of threes, and Kyle Korver's the man.
Yeah,
and
and they
that's
had
it.
Mike
Kyle
Scott
Korver.
last night who has tattoos of emojis. The emojis on your phone. He has a tattoo sleeve of them. He was making it rain last night. Come on.
Well, the Hawks, I think it was last week I was talking about how they just went on random streaks of winning games.
Yeah.
So it seems like they're on that streak right now. They're hot.
Until next round.
Yeah. But
Which answers your question, Mike.
It
My answer to your
it
question.
just it frustrates me because it was supposed to be Pacers Heat, and the Heat are looking like the Heat, which is
Well, you know who it's going to be. Wizards Heat.
Yeah, but the Wizards. I mean, you guys are.
What do you mean? Yeah, Wizards are gonna be the Eastern Conference Finals.
That's crazy.
The Wizards will make the. I think they'll make it if they play Atlanta, but I just don't think they're going to beat the Heat. And I don't like.
I don't care if they get one win against the Heat. I'm riding.
Well, I have a big vendetta against the Heat, and I hate them.
That was the first ever team. My first ever NBA game in person was Wizards Heat when Michael Jordan was playing.
Wow.
So I just never really liked the Heat because first ever game I went to, I had to root against them.
Yeah.
So
And
it was engraved in me.
I felt like the Pacers were the only team going into the season, going into the playoffs, in the Eastern Conference at least, that could beat the Heat. And now they're gone.
Hey,
And
we get Lord Nene and Gortat going off down low.
I think we could take a game or two, but I don't think we're going to win a series.
Trevor
if we
Reeves
play
is
them.
strapping up LeBron.
Oh,
I mean,
God.
I think that with the Hawks-Pacers series, like, this is a win-win for the Wizards either way.
Yes.
Because they could definitely beat the Pacers, even if the Pacers advance. Like, with the way that they're looking now, I definitely think that the Wizards can beat them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you put...
John Wall would just make George Hill look really silly.
Yeah, and I think on defense, you put Ariza on Paul George.
Well, that'd be the matchup anyways.
I thought... Oh, yeah, that's true.
Because they have Lance Stevenson, who I hate.
Yeah, that's true. I was thinking... Yeah, I kind of forgot about Lance. Sorry, Lance.
He had a nice air ball last night.
And he had a wedgie.
I didn't see that.
He went up
unfortunate.
for a dunk and got it caught in the rim.
Oh, I wasn't thinking of that type of wedgie.
Oh,
Yeah,
no,
yeah,
not like underwear wedgie. Sorry. I guess I'm the only person that calls when the ball gets stuck in the rim of wedgie.
That is the first time I've heard it. But
yeah.
I don't know.
Okay, well, I tried anyways. So I think it's a win-win for the Wizards either way because I think they're going to get out of this round against the Bulls. And I like their chances I definitely like their chances against the Hawks.
Yeah.
And I still like it against the Pacers.
Well, we talked about this. There was a graphic put up before the playoffs started. They did it based on regular season records, and if it was 2-2 tied, point differential, Wizards would win the NBA championship if that were to happen. And the Hawks were to advance to the second round. So right now, it's on track, baby.
Yeah. If the Wizards make the NBA Finals, I don't know what the heck's going to happen.
I'm emptying my bank account for tickets to every single game. Or maybe just one game.
I'm
where
not sure if
courtside.
that's a wise decision going into the rest of your life, but if you want
Hey,
to
there's
do it...
there's like quick Ponzi schemes I can do to get my money back.
Hey, there you go. Ponzi schemes, yeah. Okay. Jesse's going into Ponzi schemes, everyone.
Okay. I'll just pick up a sports bettor. Live my life in Vegas.
Oh, dear. Okay.
I'll sell something to the pawn shop, get some initial money, and then just make millions.
I'm
off
going to
of
see
that.
you on, like, Pawn Stars. Hey, I got this thing. I want a couple thousand for it. What are we talking about? We're supposed to be talking about...
I stole this red dinosaur from this place that I used to work. How much will you want for the red blow-up dinosaur?
Back to the playoffs.
Norton gets a reference
we
in the
can-
sports podcast.
We can just cut all of that out.
Back to the sports podcast.
Yes, back to the playoffs.
Portland.
Yes.
Do you guys remember when I was sitting right here saying how Portland was really good and how Portland was going to win this series? Yes.
Well, I guess what we were talking about when we talked about Houston, we were talking about Houston matching up with, like, the second-round teams. We didn't really look at how Houston matched up with Portland.
No, you guys weren't talking about that. Me, on the other hand.
You're right. We were talking, but yeah, I mean, Aldridge is a mismatch for every single person on the Rockets.
His fadeaway.
You
His
just
Dirk
can't-
Nowitzki-esque shot.
You just can't stop it, and he's going off.
And Damian Lillard is 10 times better than Patrick Beverly or Jeremy. I don't like to really protect the ball, Lynn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How many turnovers does he have late?
I think. What do you guys think about? I'm just trying to pick my second round matchups here. I think the Spurs are still going to get out of their series. I think.
If they lost last night, I would say no. Obviously,
Yeah.
well, they're down 3-1, so that's a bold prediction by me. But
Yeah.
I can see that going either way, but I want the Spurs to win. Like I would like to see Tim Duncan get another ring before he leaves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's
a good guy.
probably been the nicest guy in the NBA
Yeah.
with no scandals, unlike his teammate Tony Parker.
Hey, now.
Parquet.
Oh, Donald Sterling got banned for life from the Clippers. We're not talking about him.
There you go.
How are you gonna ban the owner?
Breaking news. Even though
How are you gonna ban the owner?
Okay.
Fire the
Okay, Jesse. Come
just-
on.
okay, I'm just
This
saying.
is a race-free podcast.
I know I'm the one who said that we shouldn't even talk about this, but I'm not just.
Well,
how you ban
we
him?
might as well. I mean, we opened it up.
I guess he'll sit on his couch, still collect all the money. Just watch him on TV.
I don't want to go down this hill
Either way.
Yeah, Matt Heimbach is probably watching this outside there somewhere, and I just don't want to open up that can of worms.
Oh, man.
You just brought up Matt Heimbach.
Hey, we got Matt Heimbach in here, Donald Sterling.
We got to go out with a bang. We only have one more left after today.
Jeez Louise.
No.
Okay, so back to the playoffs. We think the Spurs are going to advance. Portland obviously is going to advance. They're up 3-1.
Would
Yeah.
They would play. No. Portland, who's going to win, they're going to play the Thunder or the Grizzlies.
Yeah.
Yes.
Come on, Thunder. Stop slacking. Please.
Scotty Brooks, I think, is going to get fired if they don't win this series.
I mean, Kevin Durant will be like, I got to get out of this bumtown area.
To the Wizards!
Yeah. Tell me that wouldn't be a starting five.
Oh, God.
Yeah,
I don't know who we'd have between Ane or Gortat, but whew,
Oh, okay.
just think about that first three.
Oh, man.
Wall, Beal, and Kevin Durant.
Oh, my. That would be nice.
Season ticket holder. I'd Ponzi scheme to get my money for season tickets.
Ponzi scheme again. There you go.
I do definitely think that if Oklahoma City loses this series, which I think is a definite possibility, like, Grizzlies are looking pretty good right now.
I know, and we all wanted the Suns to play.
I know.
I still think that would have been a lot. Okay, well, that's been a great series, but I think the fast-paced Suns offense against fast-paced Thunder offense would have been a lot of fun to watch.
Yeah.
That would have been.
But I'm not
This
disappointed.
has been a good series,
This
too.
has been one of
You
the best
gotta love
playoffs.
overtime games.
One of the best first-round playoffs I think I've ever watched.
Oh, yeah. Every except for the Heat and Bobcats, every single
Because
series
even the
is
Wizards
tight.
games, the Wizards will get up and they'll blow a lead, and then they get back up, but it's still close.
I don't know.
They lose by 3 off of like some nonsense, you know.
That's the crazy thing is like every single series except for the Heat and Portland and the Wizards could go anyway at this point. And
I think the Rockets can still come back though.
they could.
Every
but
single
I just,
game has gone into has been not gone into overtime.
Yeah.
Every single game has been decided by like 3 points.
It's so exciting. And I never thought the NBA would be exciting. I'm going to diss the NBA right now. But I always thought, like, if you had to play music during an NBA game, that's something. That means it's probably boring. But you know what? I've thoroughly enjoyed these playoffs. So
Hey, you're telling me if you were dribbling down the court and you hear like a dope instrumental come on, you're not going to get pumped
when
up?
do they have dope instrumentals? It's usually like, doom, doom, defense, doom, doom, I don't
Well,
know.
the Wizards play some cool. They play "We Made It" instrumental by Drake and Soulja Boy.
I do love Drake. Sorry.
Last
That's-
name ever.
First name greatest
Like
like,
a
a sprained
sprained
ankle
ankle,
boy,
boy, ain't
nothing
nothing
to play with. Don't make me rap. again.
At least he's better than Lil Wayne. I like Drake.
I'm Lil Wayne.
We have gotten
Weezy
off.
F.
Okay.
Weezy F, and the F is for phenomenal. It's a PH.
We've
buddy.
gotten off. We've gotten off. We have gone so off topic on 3 separate occasions now.
Sorry, Deborah, while you're editing this.
Praise be to video. Okay.
Or Danielle, yeah, whoever.
Yeah. So back to the NBA playoffs.
So Thunder Grizzlies.
Thunder Grizzlies.
I'm picking Thunder because I like Thunder. I'm biased.
Yeah.
I'm really biased towards that.
I mean, I think the Thunder will end up winning, but I definitely think it's a possibility that the Grizzlies pull it out.
What Thunder need is for Jeremy Lamb to get some more playing time and come in here and bang some threes.
I don't understand why people hate on Jeremy Lamb so much.
He's nice.
Like Bill Simmons hates Jerry Lamb. Jerry Lamb.
Jerry?
Okay.
Jerry Lamb.
Oh dear. Jerry
Jerry
Lamb.
had a little. Sorry.
Oh god. Okay. Anyways, I think that he should get more playing time. I actually
good.
like him.
He's good.
Yeah. But I don't know. I think if they lose, you could potentially see Russell Westbrook out. Do you think you could see the scenario where they trade him?
I could see the scenario where they trade him. I don't think he would want to leave because
No, I don't think so either.
because he's got Kevin Durant. So I could see it, but I don't know what they would get because they're going to need
Where
a
else
point
is he going to
guard.
be able to do the gun thing and it'd be appropriate?
That's true.
Only in the Midwest. You down on the East Coast, oh my gosh, you need to stop that. You're getting fined.
You make some good points about that. Yeah.
I mean, seriously though.
I mean, the Wizards have their own situations with guns, so yeah, you can't come here.
Oh, Gilbert's coming back next year too. So.
I mean,
Spade
that's kind of a conversation for another day as to where he would potentially
Yeah.
go. But I definitely think it's a possibility that he could be gone if they lose this.
I never thought about it, but yeah, I see where it comes
and
from.
Scott
guess-
Brooks too, since they brought it
Yeah.
up before.
Every
so.
year they come in with the expectations that they're going to win the NBA final, or at least make it to the finals, and they've just really come up short. And I mean, Scotty Brooks is coaching.
I don't know. Westbrook was hurt last year. They were in the finals before that.
I don't know.
He got hurt last year.
Yeah.
Their second best player got hurt last year. I mean, and then this year, I don't know what is it. I don't know what's up right now, but the Grizzlies are just good.
Yep.
Tony Allen. That D-League offense. But
Hey,
A+.
that D-leaguer for the Rockets though,
Oh, yeah, that kid that made the...
Daniels or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, for VCU, I remember him.
What
Yeah.
a beast. All right, is there anything else you guys want to add before we just start getting off topic
I don't
again?
know. You have to go to those game. It's
Yeah.
2:25,
Terrence West is throwing out the first pitch of the Orioles game,
which will be rained out.
So that
I have a Towerlight mock draft for the NFL
Yeah.
draft coming out on Thursday.
Check it
and
out.
then Matt will be putting out his version of a mock draft on Monday so that you can
Yeah,
compare and
I'm-
contrast.
I never got the invite to do a mock draft.
you can if you want.
No,
you
it's
want
cool.
to?
No, it's cool. I actually have a lot of stuff due Monday.
Oh.
Allegedly.
I have a 10-page paper and a 2,000-word feature story
Oh.
where I have to make my own website and do multimedia for it.
Okay,
Yeah.
fine.
Ouch.
I'll let you pass this
Thanks,
time.
Stacey Spalding.
Okay.
Man, you're taking everyone down today.
Okay.
Please edit that out.
Oh my god. Okay, well, hopefully everybody enjoys the playoffs. Go Wizards, and I guess we'll be talking to you for the last time for this semester next week.